Happy Tuesday! My name is Alan.
And my name's Nick.
And welcome
into the dungeon. So we're jumping straight back into this, and Shrubberies was on the side of the road, having found a number of dead bodies strewn across the forest floor, one of which you noticed seemed to have some sort of claw marks and burns which had sort of blistered and bubbled, and you'd also seen like some sort of disturbance in the floor, almost as if something had erupted out of it. And that's exactly where we are. So what's Shrubberies doing?
We stop for a bit, kind of look around. Can I make a quick perception check or investigation check of the surroundings if I see anything out of order?
Do you want to actively look around, like properly investigate, or are you just having a quick glance of your surroundings?
I just want to have a quick glance for now from where we are to see if there's anything hanging around visibly. That's something that I may not have noticed as I got here. Just a double check.
Okay, you can give me a perception check, and if it's lower than your passive perception, we'll just use that.
Okay, that's a natural one, but I cannot roll natural ones, so...
Oh, your rolls.
Yeah.
This streak is going on too long, I think.
Yep. Well, that's better. That's 16 plus 3, 19.
Okay, yeah, so as you're looking around, there's nothing that seems to be lurking around, or from where you're standing, nothing out of the ordinary beyond what you can see. These look like woodcutters, which you would imagine was the case this close to the camp now. And as you're looking around, you do see what looks to be like a pool of almost like a greenish liquid by the body that's closest to you.
Okay. So, how many bodies am I seeing here?
You can see 8 bodies.
Whew, 8 bodies. It's going to be far too many to load up onto the cart, right? There's not enough space on the cart.
No.
Okay. We move on. I don't want to disturb the bodies. We're just going to move on into the loggers' camp.
So as you guys are now getting closer to the camp, you start to hear the sound of rushing water. It sounds like a river, which would make sense, knowing that the loggers' camp is situated next to the river that runs through Neverwinter Wood. And you continue to follow on the path through the woods, which contain a mixture of trees that are still standing and the occasional stumps. And you see that the path opens up into a clearing, from which you can see the camp itself, and you can see the shore of the river. You see that the logging camp spreads along the south shore of this river, where 12 tents are arranged on a sandy beach. You also see that there's a small dock reaching out onto the actual river itself, and behind it stands a cabin with logs stacked under an awning. You can also see a number of older cabins close by that have been torn down, leaving only the stone chimneys and foundations. The thing that strikes you the most is that there's a grim silence hanging over the camp, and you can't see anyone around.
Yeah, they're all dead back there, obviously.
So from where you're standing at present is about 50-60 feet before you get to the first of these small groupings of tents. To your immediate left, where the path would actually go onto the sandy beach of this river, you can see that there's 6 tents sort of circling round what would have been a campfire, and then directly opposite that, which would be to your right as you're looking at the camp, there's another 6 tents, again, sort of surrounding what would have been a campfire as well. You can also see that there's a number of sort of crates and boxes and tools, general things that you'd expect to see in a loggers camp. And then directly in your line of travelling, because the path that you've taken to get here is coming from the southeast. So if you imagine following that line of sight, that's where the pier and the cabin are.
So we continue going up to the log house and find a place where I can tether William, leave him some water. and we want to go into the log house quietly. Is it night currently?
Perhaps I should have reminded you of that at the start of the session. It is night.
It's nighttime. Okay, so
Yeah. Although the moon is starting to break through the clouds now, providing some natural light.
and the bonfires or the campfires are unlit. They're off. No fire.
That's correct.
Okay. So yeah, same thing. We're gonna walk up to the log house, tether William, and quietly investigate the log house.
So as Fabian's leading the way, as he has been through for much of this journey, in front of William on the cart, flanked either side slightly behind by Fenner and Shrew, with Norbus and Dazzling in between yourselves and Fabian, you approach the first group of tents that was to your left, and suddenly you hear this loud as the earth starts to give way in front of Fabian. Bits of dirt and earth and sand are being spread all over the place as this hulking head bursts through with these large pincer-like appendices on its face. This sharp fang sticking out, followed by these claws as it drags itself out of the ground, looking to you like some sort of large insectoid. And I'm going to have to ask you to roll for initiative.
What the fuck? Damn. What the hell? We just go from one pile of shit to another. Damn. Okay. I'm gonna roll for Shrew first. 21 total. Now for Fenner. 4. And Fabian, 7 total. Shall I roll for Norbus, Dazzling, and William as well?
Yeah.
Okay, Norbus, 9. Dazzling a total of 3. And our friend William, 5.
Okay, I'll roll for this large beast that's burst out in front of you. And so Shrew will actually go top of the round.
Alright. I'd like to, as a free action, unhitch William and slap him on the bum so he can get away. Or at least unhitch him if I can't slap him.
I'm going to have to say that's an action, because you're going to have to either untie him or cut the ropes.
Okay, then no. He can run away with the cart if he wants to.
I'll let you slap his bum, but bearing in mind he is facing the same direction.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably just gonna run away anyway after seeing what's just popped out here. So I'll leave him be. I just wanted to make it easier for him to leave, but not at the expense of my action. Okay, so I'm going to cast Moonbeam on the beast.
And that takes effect when he starts his turn there, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
So at present nothing happens. You're casting a spell quite poetically with the full moon bursting through the clouds. This ray of light is now making its way down onto this beast.
Very good, and then as a bonus action I want to turn into Shrew Bear.
You're going to do your bear effects, or it's been a while since you've done them.
Yeah, you can give it a go. No, still don't got it. Still haven't got it.
So yeah, your small halfling form starts hulking up, and your arms are getting longer, your legs are getting longer, your chest starts puffing out, fur starts coming everywhere, all over you. These big fangs now coming out from your mouth. These gruesome claws coming out from your fists, or rather your fingers. And you're now there hulking, almost toe to toe in size with this beast.
But why do you say gruesome claws? I'm just a bear.
Bears have claws.
But they're not gruesome. You described it like I was some kind of beast.
I don't know, does Shrew turn into a bear at night and sort of, give himself a manicure, or...
No, but he's not gruesome. He's a cuddly bear. He's vicious, but he's cuddly. Okay, so
he's more Pooh Bear than...
Yeah.
Shrew Bear.
Shrew Bear. Okay, so I walk up to this beast.
What do I want to do? What is it that I want to do?
Well, you've already used your action to cast a spell on your bonus.
Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, you're right. I don't have any more actions. So yeah, I want to end my turn there, like in its face.
Okay. So you can't quite get right in its face because it's directly in front of Fabian as it bursts out of the ground, but you are in hand-to-hand combat range with him.
That will do.
And it is this beast's turn. So first off, he's going to have to make a save throw on the moonbeam, because he started his turn there.
Constitution.
That's a total 14 to save.
Yes, he saves, but he takes half damage. So that's 2d10 radiant damage halved. Let's go. One is very good, the other is poor. So 0 and 2, 0 being 10. So 12 total halved to 6 damage.
So this creature recoils slightly as it feels this tickle of the moonbeam coming down on him. And as you're standing there sizing up your opponent, you see that it opens up its mouth wide, and this gurgling noise, gut-wrenching, completely guttural. And then suddenly this acidic smell fills the air, and I'm going to need Fabian and William to make a saving throw.
Don't do this to William.
It's a dexterity saving throw for both of you.
For William and Fabian?
Yeah.
Okay, Fabian first. Oh my. 4 + 1, 5.
Okay, and William?
What's William's dexterity?
William's dexterity?
+6.
0.
Damn. Oh my. 7. Bye-bye, William.
Okay, so both of you have failed.
Both of them.
Sorry, both of them have failed. So Fabian and William both take 11 acidic damage.
Come on, William, please.
And you hear this loud as William looks panic-stricken. His hide is sort of, almost like melting off from this acid that's just hit him. Fabian screaming out in pain as well. You can hear the fizzing and bubbling of flesh and smelling this really pungent acidic smell.
Does it smell like
William
steak?
William looks shook. His eyes are open wide. You can sense that he's on his last legs here.
Oh my, but he made it. William, I'm suddenly getting hungry, but...
The smell of beef.
Yeah. But stay with us. Stay with us. You're gonna be fine.
And with that, it's over to Norbus.
Oh my god.
I was controlling Norbus and Dazzlin last time.
Just get the hell out of there.
Yeah. Norbus is going to turn, and remembering the words that you told him last time, he's just going to retreat a safe distance.
What words were that?
You told him if there was danger by the tree to sort of take
get
William
out.
and get out, but there's no space right now for him to turn the cart around with William. So he's going his full movement. He's going to take a dash action.
Nicely
and he's going to
done.
move to safety.
Well done, Nobus.
And now it's over to Fabian.
Ooh, Fabian, man. Okay, Fabian is just gonna try and attack this beast. Get a bit of revenge right now. Or not. 14 to hit?
That just hits.
Ooh, come on, Fabian. So it's gonna attack with his sword, but he's holding his shield up.
Okay.
So it's a one-handed attack. That's a total of 7 damage.
So Fabian slashes across his face, catching his pincers, and his head sort of recoils ever so slightly. But he looks a bit pissed now.
That just pissed him off, okay. Fabian, seen as that's not doing much, wants to take an action surge.
Okay.
So he's gonna again roll his attack. That hits, that's 16 plus 3, so 19. Same as before, 7 damage.
Okay, so now this creature looks quite hurt.
Really?
And quite enraged.
Nice.
Is Fabian doing anything else?
Fabian is not doing anything else, he's just staying there for now.
Okay, so it's over to Fenna.
Fenna is gonna walk up to Fabian and cast Cure Wounds on him. So as a reminder, now Fenna can actually cast level 2 spells, thankfully. And she's gonna do just that, cast a level 2 spell, Cure Wounds. So that's 2d8.
Nice.
Okay, that's an 8 and a 1 plus 3, so 12 total.
So Fabian's back up to full health now.
Yes!
Is Fenna doing anything else?
She's gonna walk back. She could have cured William. She could have cured William, poor William. But she's gonna walk back to William and try and calm him down.
Okay, we'll say that's story-wise and not an actual animal handling check.
Yeah, just with her presence. Just like, she's just gonna be there beside him.
It's now William's turn. He's looking quite panic-stricken, even with Fenna beside him. He's going to try and move, but because he's panicking, I'm going to roll a d8 and see in what direction he's going to try and skedaddle out of there.
Hopefully it's not towards the thing that's scaring him.
Okay, so he's actually going to almost follow the path because it actually makes quite a bit of sense because it's the direction which the path is going. So he's not going to go directly towards this creature, but he is going to move to the west of him. And as William and his cart, is sort of bundling along, he doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity because he just manages to squeeze past without getting within this creature's range.
Good.
But as he's making his way through the camp, sort of barging into the tent that's closest to you, and then he bundles, and the cart is sort of almost rolling over onto its side. You hear the ground shifting and giving way again in a familiar sense.
No.
And you see
William.
another one of these enormous creatures break out in front of him.
What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Oh my.
And with that, it's over to Dazzling. Dazzling, having seen this second creature burst out and seeing the Norbuses run off, he's going to do the exact same thing, remembering the instructions that you had given to him as well. And that now takes us to this new creature that's just seen dinner run straight at him. And you see it coming down with its claws on William. And William is shaken as he is and kind of off balance with the cart behind him. These giant claws reach out, swoop down, and in his panic and his shuffling from side to side, he just manages to dodge the attack.
Oh, William. Yes. He lives another day. For how long? We shall see.
He lives another round at
Another
least.
round.
And with that, it's over to Shrew.
Who would have said Nox is so nimble? Okay. Shrew, what are you gonna do?
Hey Shrew, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Hey Shrew.
The beast no gimme no break. What shall I do? Let me see. I'm just gonna attack the creature that's in front of me. I wanted to go and defend William, but I should save us first. So yeah, I'm gonna attack the creature that's in front of me first with my claws. Here we go. That's 13 to hit.
That is not hit.
So then I'm gonna go with my bite and try and bite it, which does not hit either. A 3 plus 5, 8.
So you swipe with your claws. They glance off this large insect-like creature's tough outer shell. And similarly, you try to bite into it, perhaps expecting it to be a little softer than it is. And your teeth sort of don't sink in. You see it turn its head towards you. Is that the end of your turn? Or is Shrew doing something else?
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, so yeah, his head turns towards you, and he's going to have to make another Constitution saving throw.
That's right.
And that again is a 13 plus 1.
Oh, come on. So half damage. Okay, that's a 7 and a 3, 10. Half to 5.
So he feels this scorch burning down on him. I'm going to ask you to roll a d6 as well.
Me.
Yeah.
That's a 2.
Okay, so he's going to now... He's sort of seen this hulking bear next to him try to bite and slash him. And he's turned his attention to Shrew. And he's going to try and bite him back. That's an 18 plus, but I assume it hits.
Yeah, that hits all day, every day.
Ooh.
No.
Oh,
no.
Shrew takes 10 slashing damage as it bites into your fur and gets a good chunk out of your shoulder. So that's 10 slashing damage, and as he bites in, you feel this burning sensation as well. And the smell of burning flesh mixed with this acidic, sulfury sort of smell in the air as well. You take an additional 2 acidic damage. And as you're recoiling in pain from this attack, you hear this movement again of the earth. And you see that this creature burrows its way back into the hole where it came from.
Dastardly creatures. Does he provoke an attack of opportunity as he does that?
I would imagine he does, because he's moving out of your range. So both Fabian and you would have a reaction.
Really? That's good to know. Okay, so I'll go first with Shrew. Yeah, that's better. 15 plus 5, 20 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
That would be with my claws, I imagine. That's 2d6 plus 4. That's a total of 12 damage.
You hear it shriek in pain. It looks quite wounded now as it's slithering its way back into the hole it came from. Its head just poking out of the hole as it's burrowing down. Over to Fabian and his reaction.
Come on, Fabian, chop it off. Clean off. That's 12 total.
So as Fabian swings his sword, He just misses as the head of this creature pops beneath the surface, and you see that as it's burrowing back into the ground, the dirt and the soil and sand is sort of covering the hole as it's going down.
He got away.
That takes us over to Norbus, who you can't see anymore, and then over to Fabian.
Fabian wants to run up to the other beast and attack that one. That's an 18 plus 5 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
for a total of 8 damage.
Okay, is Fabian doing anything else?
He's staying right there. If he can, he wants to get between William and the beast.
Well, he can get alongside. You can only occupy the same space for an attack, and then you have to shimmy across.
Okay,
So yeah, Fabian's sword slashes across the abdomen of this beast. It recoils in anger as his head now turns towards this human in front of him. So with that, it's over to Fenna.
Fenna's gonna cast a level 1 Cure Wounds on William, because he deserves it. He's brought us all the way here. He's gonna take us back. Actually make it level 2.
Doubling down.
We're gonna save him. We're all in. Okay, not too bad. That's 10 plus 3, 13.
13.
Healing.
So yeah, William's back up to full health now.
Yeah, come on, William. Get out of there this time, please. That's Fenna's second and last level 2 spell, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
She has another 2 level 1 spells.
She's got 4 level 1 spells.
Ooh, nice. Okay, we still got juice.
And with that, it's William's turn. And I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to roll to see what direction he's going to try and run in.
Did the cart get knocked off him?
It's still on him.
Okay.
It actually works really well. William's going to barge for this tent, and you see that you see now this ox sort of running in panic. He's confused, doesn't know what's going on here. 1 second he was burning and he was going to be dinner for this hulking creature. Then he suddenly feels rejuvenated with this strange energy that he can't comprehend, and he turns to his left and he just starts running through this tent, which he takes clean off its pegs. So you're now seeing a blinded William
Oh, wow.
with cart and tent. And actually, I'm going to ask you to make a dexterity saving throw for William.
Oh, no. Oh, poor William. 5.
5. So yeah, you're hearing this commotion. Everybody's head sort of turns and sees this strange scene unfolding before them as you sort of hear and this almighty crash as tent, cart and ox sort of roll into one, and William's knocked over prone.
Did he get somewhat away from the beast at least?
Well, yeah, actually, he's away from the beast, and as he's running, the beast is going to have an attack of opportunity on him,
Oh, why did I even mention it?
which again misses.
Oh, ho, 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 William! You dashing fella! Quick as a flash. This William?
Quick as a flash, but it's now over to the second hulking creature,
No.
whose glance momentarily turned to William,
No.
and seeing this poor defenseless
Leave him alone.
ox sort of rolled up in this tent now.
Pigs in blanket.
Pig in a blanket.
Pig-
Well,
Ox in a blanket.
ox in a blanket, yeah. He turns his gaze back to Fabian.
Oh, good.
And again, you see this creature's mouth open up, this smell of sulfur and acid filling the air, this guttural sound, and suddenly this spray firing out from its mouth. And I'm going to need Fabian and Shrew to take a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Fabian first. Come on, Fabian. Damn! That's 4 plus 1, 5.
Okay, and Shrew?
I don't even want to roll anymore. I give up.
No, don't give up.
5 plus 0, 5. 2 5s.
Both of you are going to take the full brunt of this acidic damage as you feel it burning your flesh for a total
Be gentle.
of 8 acidic damage each.
Not too bad. I was expecting much worse. But still hurts.
And with that, it's over to Shrew.
I want to use my bonus action to heal up a bit using my combat wild shape, and that's 1d8. But I need to expend a spell slot.
Okay.
That's just a measly 3 HP.
Okay, and is Shrew moving?
I want to move towards the creature that's attacking Fabian and try and bite it. Can I move between it and William?
Yeah, because William managed to take the tent with him a little while before he collapsed.
Alright, so I want to stop there and slash down with my claws. And that's an 18 plus 5 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, Alright, I've surprised myself. 2 6s plus 4. So 16 damage.
Okay.
And then I want to proceed with my bite. I want to expend the daily use of my clockwork amulet, which means I roll a 10 plus 5, which is 15 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. And there we go. Back to my old ways. A 1 plus 4, 5 damage.
So yeah, slashing this creature with your claws right across its face. It puts up one of its clawed pincer arms to defend itself, and Shrew bites deep into its arm again, recoiling in pain and shrieking. Is Shrew doing anything else this turn?
No, I'm just staying there.
Okay, so as you're now facing down this beast, to your right is Fenna, next to the torn down tent that William has dragged off with him. And you hear the ground starting to give way right underneath her. And you hear, Shrew! Fagin! Give me a dexterity saving throw for Fenna.
Oh, that's a total of 5.
So as the ground shifting and moving beneath her, Fenna falls prone as this hulking creature bursts through the ground in front of her. Seeing her now lying helpless on the ground, you see its claws reaching down towards her, and almost overconfident in its delight at seeing this gnome lying on the floor helpless. Its pincers reach towards Fenna, Fenna just managing to roll out of the way as its claws make contact with the ground.
Wow, nice one, Fenna. You have being small has its advantages.
Yeah, for sure. Although Wilbur's not exactly small, and he's managed to dodge 2 hits now from this hulking beast.
Yeah, because Wilbur's quick. William.
Sorry, William.
William is quick as a flash.
That's over to Norbus, who again you can't see. He's out of sight. And now it's over to Fabian.
So the creature appeared next to Fabian as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Is within reach. So Fabian is gonna turn around without moving from the place he's at and attack the creature that just attacked Fenna. Or tried to attack Fenna, rather.
Okay.
That's a 4 plus 5. 9.
Yeah, that misses. As he hears this commotion behind him and hears Fenna scream, turning to see her roll out of this beast's pincers, lunging at her, he violently slashes his sword, almost in a blind rage, but he's not focused, and his sword completely misses its target.
Fortunate.
Is Fabian doing anything else?
Nope. He's staying right there.
And that takes us to Fenna.
So Fenna, now having leveled up as well, has learned Guiding Bolt, which is a very nice 4d6 radiant damage, I believe.
Yeah, you need to roll to hit though.
Yeah. That's a 15 plus 5, 20 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Yes. Now you're gonna get a taste.
And I'm imagining she's hitting this one that just bursts out in front of her, yeah?
Yeah, just the one just in front of her. Can you hear my dice shaking? There's 46 in my hands. Here we go. Oh! Fenna, you baby. You beautiful gnome. You got 3 6s and a 4. You care to do the maths for me?
That's a saucy 22 damage.
Ooh, Fenna. You're bringing in the pain.
Yeah, this radiant blast emits from her fingertips, and you hear this shriek and this glow of light, and suddenly there's bits of this creature flying all over the camp.
That's right.
He's down.
That's right. You don't mess with Fenna. Nice one.
Fenna doing anything else?
Other than feel very smug? No, she's just staying there.
Okay, so it's over to William.
Alright, you tell me.
And William's going to try and get up. I'm going to ask you to make an athletics check for William.
What could go wrong? That's a 10 plus 4, 14.
14. Okay, so William manages to get up on his feet, tent and all, and he's going to try, again, he can't see where he's going, even less so now with the tent covering his face. So yeah, William's going to keep going in the same direction that he was doing before, dragging tent and all with him as he's making his way into the woods.
Right, good. It wasn't into the lake.
No, the lake's on the
other
other
side.
Not lake, sorry, river.
The river's on the other side, yeah.
And with that's over to Dazzlin, which again you can't see, he's well out of sight by now.
I hope they haven't been surprised by another of these creatures.
So it's over to the second of these creatures. I'm going to ask you to roll a d6 for me.
That's a 6.
A 6, okay. So this creature again opens its mouth wide. These guttural noises now getting louder as it's more enraged, having taken quite a bit of damage. And this stench of sulfur and acid again fills the air. I'm going to need Fabian to take a dexterity saving throw.
Total of 14.
Okay, so he manages to save that.
Yes.
And for once the tables have turned. There's a DM that has rolled quite poorly.
Yeah. Nice.
So that's 4 acidic damage halved
Ooh.
to 2.
Just 2. But a mere scratch. A little burn. Little acid burn.
And with that, it's over to Shrew.
Now, as my bonus action, I'm gonna move the moonbeam over this remaining creature for now. And then I'm gonna slash. And I'm gonna miss with a 4.
So with Shrew concentrating on moving his moonbeam across, and at the same time trying to slash with his claws, he manages to successfully move the moonbeam. But his swipes with the claws completely miss this creature.
I then will follow that with a bite. 18.
That hits.
Total of 7 damage.
With your teeth sinking into this beast, it shrieks again, and it sort of goes limp for a second before raising up again. But it looks seriously hurt now.
Thought he was gone.
With that, it goes to Norbus, and now over to Fabian.
Fabian smirks at the pitiful damage this creature just dealt to him. And he's gonna slash his sword across its chest. And he's gonna miss. 6 plus 5, 11.
Yeah, Fabian was a little cocky there.
Mm-hmm.
And his sword, again, swung in, not in rage this time, but in, as you said, with that cocky swagger, just catches the air.
Fabian wants to activate his second wind as a bonus action. That's a 7 plus a 4. That's an 11 total of healing for Fabian.
So yeah, Fabian's back up to full health again.
Good. And he's just going to stay there.
It's now over to Fenna.
Fenna, feeling quite powerful and proud of herself, is going to repeat. He's going to cast Guiding Bolt and hit the remaining creature. Or try to hit. That's a total of 8.
Smugness and cockiness
Isn't paying off.
isn't paying off
At
in
all.
this battle, as her Guiding Bolt bolts off into the distance. It's now over to William, who's gallivanting off into the forest with this tent still wrapped around him. I'm going to ask you to make another dexterity saving throw for him.
That's a 4 plus 0.
So you hear in the woods this again, as you know, you can only imagine that William has again bundled over with cart and all. And as you turn your heads to see the commotion, you're seeing all the supplies that you brought from Fandolin strewn across the forest floor now.
No. Well, to be fair, they're not going to need it.
It's over to Dazzling,
Where is Dazzling?
and now it's over to Shrew.
Shrew's just going to, again, direct all his attention to the creature right in front of him and attack with slashing claws. That's a 4 plus 5, 9. Doesn't hit.
No, that does not hit.
Damn it.
So again, your claws just catch air at this point.
Whoosh. Alright, so now follow up with a bite again. It's an 11 plus 5.
That will hit.
Nice. And that's a total of 10 damage with a bite.
10 damage with the bite. How's Shrew going to lay the smackdown?
Yeah. So Shrew is getting a bit hungry after smelling that charred oxen meat. And even so, the bear meat emanates from himself.
From a druid that's protecting the wild and
you
claims
know.
to be a vegetarian other than sausages.
Yeah, well, old habits die hard. I'm trying to change. One step at a time. But yeah, I'd like to pounce on the creature just for flavor. And like if it was a dance, like if I was dancing with a creature, I'm pouncing on its chest, standing up on my hind legs, and I just wanna, if I'm going in for a hickey, but I'm actually ripping that mama's throat out.
Nice. So roll me.
A performance check.
No.
We're dancing.
Roll for seduction. No.
Alright, we're dancing under the moonlight.
Roll me a d8.
D8. That's a 4.
So this hulking beast, as you bite it, sort of slumps onto you as you give it this hickey of sorts.
Hickey of death.
You rip off its throat and it just sort of slumps on you, claws and all. But because it's the same size as you, you sort of just brush it off and it collapses to the floor beside you.
Yes. I managed to go through a fight without being knocked out. Yes. That one felt good.
That extra power.
Oh yeah, that helped quite a lot.
What on earth were those things? Fabian, I don't think he can speak when he's in that ferocious, cuddly bear.
And hearing that, I poof back into Shrew. Oh, sorry, yes. I forgot. I don't know what they were, but it's pretty clear that this is what killed those poor souls back there in the forest.
Yeah, I saw some of that acid spray, whatever that on earth that was, strewn across the body that was closest to the road.
Yes.
Never seen one of these before.
Neither have I. And they had also burrowed. Hold on. And I run towards the way William had run to, and I'm trying to calm him down and bring him back.
Okay, give me an animal handling check.
Total of 11.
So hearing your voice and feeling your touch through the tent, you feel William sort of respond to you. He's a bit calmer now, but he's still a bit fidgety with this tent all over him and the cart still on its side, trapping him in between the tent and on the ground.
There, and I take a while to kind of unhitch him from the cart and take the tent off.
Okay. So yeah, William's back on his feet.
I go back to my party. Well, have you found anything of use?
Well, we've just been stood here waiting for you to come back. Should we call for Norbus and Dazzlin?
I forgot about them. Yes, we should call. Norbus! Dazzling! Come back here. Do you hear me? I'm sure they're just around the corner, hiding behind a tree. Norbus!
You don't hear anything yet.
Okay, I tell you what. Let's all go together. I don't fancy meeting any more of these creatures by ourselves.
So you're moving in the direction that
They run to, yeah.
they run to, and I assume you're calling out
Yeah.
for them? It says you're calling out after you move about 100, 120 feet down the path. You do hear a Shrew!
Yes, over here.
You're right!
Yes, how about you guys?
Aye, we're here!
Good.
And from the trees you see Dazzler and Norbus walking out a bit shaken with their hammers and picks in hand.
Put those away. You're gonna get yourself hurt.
What the hell was that thing?
We don't know. We don't know. Let's go back. Let's check the encampment out. Let's see if we find any information.
So you guys are back in the camp. Exactly where you were when you first arrived. At the opening to this first groupings of tents.
Want to do a quick investigation check of these beasts, these creatures, just to see if I find anything on them or anything that I can learn from them.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
That's a 14.
Okay, so as you're searching through these creatures, you know that they're not really carrying anything. They're more creatures of the wild than enemies like orcs or goblins or, creatures that would make use of tools or weapons or carry things like gold with them. And as you're searching through the bodies, you notice that where the first one that bursts through, you catch a glimpse of some sort of glass-like material that seems to have been brought up from the dirt or maybe brought down from the tents that were around. You see this phial with this red liquid inside that you've come to know quite well on your travels. And as you pick it up, knowing fully well what this is now, you hold it up into the moonlight and you see the label on it, which reads Gonzo Jeremiah's General Supplies. And you found a potion of healing, kindly donated by one of our Buy Me a Coffee sponsors.
Nice. Thank you very much. Much needed potions. Before I forget, I'm gonna hand this to Fenna, and the other one I had, I'm gonna hand it to Fabian.
Okay.
I want to now divert my attention to the log cabin.
Very well, so you're moving through this sort of campment area towards the cabin.
Yeah.
Are you going in the same order that you walked in?
Yeah, that's right. But I'm taking William. I'm slightly further behind Fabian at this point, and I'm pulling William.
Where's Fen in this?
Where she was before, on the left-hand side of William, and behind Norbus or Dazzling. Dazzling would be, or Norbus would be in the middle. Fabian and I kind of in front.
But with Fabian having some distance, you said?
Yeah, Fabian is leading. This time he's not directing William, I am.
So as you're making your way for this tent area, you can see like the ruins of this old cabin directly in front of you. Before you get there, again you hear this familiar moving of earth and sand and rubble and directly in front of Fabian, another one of these beasts erupts directly in his line of sight. I'm going to have to ask you all to roll for initiative.
Oh my god. For Shrew, that's 13.
Okay.
Fena, 11. Fabian, 2. Norbus, 5. Dazzling, 3. And William, 9.
Okay, so this creature is actually going to start the round.
Oh, damn.
And like you've seen a few times now, its mouth opens wide as this acidic smell, now familiar to you, fills the air. This guttural sound coming from deep within its belly. I'm going to need Fabian, Shrew, and William to make dexterity saving throws.
No, not William. We've gone through all this for you to die now, William. Okay, Shrew. 17 plus 2, 19. Fabian. 17 plus 1, 18. And William. 11.
Okay, so Fabian and Shrew will take 4 damage, acidic damage, as you feel that burning sensation again of acid hitting you. And William's going to take 8 acidic damage as you hear him again. William looks quite hurt.
Oh, again.
And with that, it's over to Shrew.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to this creature now. Not run, I'm gonna walk to it. And I wanna position myself in a way where a 15-foot cube would not affect Fabian.
Okay.
And I wanna cast Thunderwave as a level 2 spell.
Nice.
Well, last time it went poorly. Let's see. Let's see this time.
This time you're not catching Fabian in your line, so
it's a 2d8 thunder damage, but I get an extra 1d8 because it's a level 2 spell.
Okay, and what save did I have to do for that?
Constitution.
That's a 14 plus 1.
Bastard. So he saves.
So that's half damage, yeah?
Half damage, yeah.
And doesn't get pushed back.
Nope. Okay, that's not very good. That's a total of 11, halved down to 5.
Yeah, 5 damage.
On a level 2 spell. What a piece of crap.
So yeah, this thunderous wave breaks the silence in the camp as he turns to see the small halfling that's made all this noise. His gaze now fixed firmly on Shrew.
And as he's looking at me, I use my bonus action to turn into Shrew Bear.
And with that, it's over to Fenna.
Fenna kind of exasperates. And she places a hand on William and casts another Cure Wounds. That's a total of 9 healing.
So yeah, William's back up to full health.
Good.
Fenna doing anything else?
Yes, she will move away from William slightly. About 10 feet away from him.
In what direction, sorry?
To the left of him.
Okay. Incidentally, it's William's turn. And having taken that acidic damage again, but now feeling this healing surge coming through him, he feels quite reassured and is just going to stay put. He knows you guys are going to look after him.
Okay.
Now it's over to Dazzler and Norbus, and they're going to move away, but not fully, knowing that their friends have taken care of at least one of these. Well, they know now that you've taken care of 2 of these, seeing the bodies strewn across the floor, and seeing that there's only 1 now. They're just going to move their movement range away to the opening of this camp, and they're just going to stand there and watch, I guess. So it's over to Fabian.
Okay, Fabian is going to slash down with his sword. He's going to drop his shield, though, and go at this with 2 hands. Total of 13.
That does not hit. So he drops his shield on the ground. You hear this clang. He grasps his sword with both hands, swipes viciously again, and in a similar manner to his last attempts in the preceding battle, his blade tastes nothing but air. This beast, now seeing that this human has tried to attack it, and seeing this enormous bear beside him, he turns his attention firmly back on Fabian. I'm going to ask you to roll me d6.
I think I rolled a 6 last time and it wasn't good news. This is a 6 again.
Okay, so again, you hear this guttural noise as his jaws open wide. You know what's coming. I'm going to ask you to roll a dexterity saving throw for Fabian and William.
William should have moved. Dumb ox. That was for Fabian. Natural 20. And for William a 2. Oh my.
Okay, so Fabian takes 7 acidic damage, but poor William takes the full brunt of it at 15 damage as you hear the and he collapses on his side. I think this might be the first time I have to roll a death saving throw for an ox. So it's Shrew.
Shrew is gonna slash down on this creature, which is now starting to irritate him, and will continue to do so as I've rolled a 3.
That's with your claws, yeah?
Yeah, that's with my claws, and I'll follow that up with a bite, which is another 3.
Back to your old ways.
Yeah.
So yeah, you slash down with your claws glancing off the hard shell that this creature has. Your teeth again try to slash down, but he sort of brushes your head aside with his claws or pincers. Is Shrew doing anything else?
No, I'm staying there.
So it's a Fenna.
Fenna is going to, quite audibly swearing, walk up to William and place her hand on William's head and cast a final healing spell.
That's Fenna's last healing slot. Spell slot, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. She normally doesn't swear. You won't hear Fenna swear.
What is she saying?
A lot. She's saying F-bombs left, right and centre, and they're directed to William specifically. Effing ox. That's a total of 8 plus 3, 11 healing.
So her magical energy fills William with this life force again, as you hear his eyes open and his tongue sort of recoils back into his mouth.
What an idiot.
Is Fenna doing anything else?
Can she carry on walking but pulling William, or William is on the floor?
Yeah, William's prone at the moment.
Yeah, okay, she's gonna stay there next to William.
Okay. Norbus and Dazzlin are just stood there with their eyes open wide, not believing what they're seeing here. They're going to move a little further away from the commotion.
What part aren't they believing? The part where Fenna is wasting all her healing on a cow?
Just seeing this creature spit this acidic thing, seeing William collapse in front of them, seeing Fenna rush to William's aid, it's all a little confusing to them. It's over to Fabian.
Fabian, slightly embarrassed from his last miss, is going to try and slash this creature. That's better, that's 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's a total of 9 damage.
So this time his strike swings true, with his sword slashing into the abdomen of this large creature. And incidentally, it's his turn. I'm going to ask you to roll that d6 for me again.
This is why I roll high again. 4.
Okay. So this time you see him, the pincers on the side of his mouth open wide, and he starts lunging down towards Fabian. That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So Fabian takes 7 slashing damage as he feels almost the full force of this pincer digging deep into him.
Okay, that's 2 7s he's taken already.
And as he's shrieking out in pain from this clamp, he also feels this burning sensation as he takes a further 6 acidic damage. Oof. And you see that he's firmly caught in this monster's grip now. Fabian is grappled.
Oh no.
So with Shrew.
I'm just gonna try again and slash down with my claws. Hope to make contact, but that's a third 3 in a row, so I don't. And then I'm gonna proceed to bite. 18 plus 5.
Yeah, that hits.
Total of 8 damage with a bite.
Okay, so you see this creature looks quite hurt now. And so it's a Fenna. Assuming Shrew's not doing anything else.
No, Shrew's not doing anything else. Fenna is moving away from William again, 10 feet. She's gonna direct a sacred flame at the creature.
That's 20.
So you save the dexterity, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Yeah, there's no damage there.
Nope. It's just a cantrip.
He's fully focused on Fabian that's dangling from its pincers at the moment. It's over to William now.
William. Get William. Get. Charge.
So William now, knowing that he's in serious peril,
Charge him, William.
William's going to make his way towards Dazzle and Norbus.
Should have done that before. You silly cow.
It's over to Dazzle and Norbus, who stay put, seeing William now stood beside them. And it's over to Fabian, who's grappled.
He's going to try and break that grapple.
Okay, so give me either an acrobatics or athletics check.
It's an athletics check, because he's stronger.
Well, what do you know? It's 2 + 3,
5 total.
So yeah, he remains well and truly grappled by this creature's pincers.
And that's his action, yeah?
Yep.
Glorious.
So this creature with Fabian in his grasp is going to bite down on him again. Yeah, that hits us a 17 to hit. And Fabian takes 7 slashing damage, an additional 6 acidic damage, for a total of 13.
Fabian is not looking good.
Yeah, Fabian's definitely not looking good. He's looking quite limp now in this creature's grasp. And it's over to Shrew.
Shrew's gonna attack again. This time he's gonna bite first. Get that crappy roll out of the way. 14 + 5, 19.
That hits.
7 + 4, total of 11 damage.
Okay, this creature looks quite hurt now. His grasp on Fabian seems to momentarily loosen ever so slightly, but it clamps down again on him.
As I see he's wavering and he's starting to lose his grip on Fabian, I'm going to try and go for the killing blow with a slash. And that's a 17 + 5.
That does it.
That's going to do it. Come on. Ugh. Oh, yeah. That's a poor roll, but hopefully it's enough. That's 3 + 1, 4 and 4, 8 total damage.
That just does it.
Whoa. Beautiful.
How's Shrew doing it this time?
As Shrew bit the creature's arm and saw that he momentarily loosened the grip on Fabian, he took that opportunity and slashed right across its face, breaking both his pincers. And as he's crumbling down, I would like to position myself so that Fabian falls on me.
Are you reaching out your other arm from the slash to try and grab him?
No, I'd like him to mount me. Like a majestic steed.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check for Fabian.
Okay. 15.
Okay, so as this beast loosens its grip on Fabian, he's had him held up high and at his full height while he's been munching down on him. He loosens the grip, the beast starts to collapse, Fabian starts to fall. But given the way that you've positioned yourself, and as he's falling, sees the opportunity to land and straddle your back.
Yeah. And I start walking in a sort of canter. Like, you know, like those show horses that start walking sideways.
I wish you guys could see the movements that Alice giving me here.
That kind of...
Like a show pony.
Yeah, like a show pony. Like I'm walking sideways, like towards my fellows. Hopefully not disturbing another of these creatures as I do so.
Nothing happens yet. So yeah, that brings this battle to an end.
Again.
And I think I'm going to say that brings tonight's episode to an end as well.
We won't find out what's in that log cabin. It's taken us 2 hours to walk there. Wow. Yeah, it's been a good fight for once for me in the sense that I haven't died and I felt I've been in control of the fight. At times it was hairy, especially seeing as I wanted to keep poor old William alive. But it's been an enjoyable fight. I haven't been stressing as much as the last two.
Other than with William.
Yeah, well, with William, yeah. What a fool.
So yeah, quite an interesting fight with these strange creatures.
What are they doing here? Disturbed, no doubt, by the dragon.
And are there any survivors in this camp?
We'll see when we get to the cabin in the next 2 episodes.
Yeah, you've still got the 2 tent areas to explore and the docks. And...
I'm not going anywhere near any of that stuff.
So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed that episode as much as we have. Don't forget to check us out on i2td.com. All the links to the good stuff are there. We've got our Discord server. Come and join us there and join our growing community. We've also got our Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee pages as well. Those of you who have already kindly donated a potion, perhaps you've spotted where they've been thrown into the campaign.
Yeah.
And for those of you who may be considering becoming a patron, we've started to launch exclusive behind-the-scenes videos. So check out our video on YouTube, which explains the kind of content that's there, and check them out. We hope that it's your cup of tea and that you'll enjoy them.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't fancy or cannot subscribe to any of the tiers, we'll still be uploading videos to YouTube. For example, the sped up setting up of our little studio here and stuff like that. We'll keep updating YouTube as well, so that you guys can have some video content, behind the scenes content as well. But the majority of it will go to our patrons in a show of thanks for the support.
Yeah, and that brings us nicely now to the last one standing.
Yeah.
You know what to do by now. This is episode 19. If you don't know what this is, like I've said before, what are you doing here? Go back, rewind and listen on. See what you've been missing out on. And today's password for you hearty dungeon delvers is pest.
Very appropriate. These creatures were indeed pests.
So yeah, use that in a comment on Discord or anywhere you want on our social medias. Just remember to tag us. And soon we have a video scheduled where we'll be going through those of you who have been commenting the password to see us go through all these wonderful comments that have made us laugh and the amazing artwork and memes that have also been coming our way. And without further ado, we bid you farewell and hope that you join us next time as we delve into the dungeon.